Hi there, Brian Conway here from Achieve Success, and welcome to 4 Minute Friday, which is my weekly little rant quite often about various sales activities, but with the objective of helping you improve your sales performance. Now, I'm actually working from home today, and sometimes rather than work in the office, I like to come into the sitting room here, and we'll sit and work on stuff just with a laptop on my knee. Sometimes just a change of environment, particularly if I'm doing kind of more creative stuff rather than kind of task-orientated things where I might want to be at the desktop computer. But as always, these 4 Minute Fridays are all about something that's happened during my week, as usually the catalyst for the subject of these videos. And this week, again, funnily enough, and I've talked about this previously, it was follow-up really was one thing that really stood out, because I was with a client who was saying, well, I think we need more leads. And I was saying, okay, well, we can do that. But what's happened to all the leads that we've generated? Because there's been a lot. So, where are we with those? They go, well, yeah, some were interested and some weren't. I said, okay. So those that weren't, what's happening with those? Well, we'll probably give them a call in maybe, again, in 3 to 6 months. So it's 3 to 6 months. So it'll be a totally cold engagement. They won't remember who you are. Or really why you're ringing. So, okay, so what are you doing between now and 3 to 6 months, for example? What's your follow-up program? Well, that is the follow-up program. We'll ring them in 3 to 6 months. I said, okay, well, so what about those that did express an interest, that you sent some information to? Yeah, we've kind of followed those up, and a couple are interested, but some weren't. I said, fine. So what are you doing to follow those up now going forward? Well, we'll give them a ring in a month's time, see if they're interested. We'll chase them up then. Chase them up. Okay, very good. Well, what about those that actually expressed an interest, that you sent some quotes to, and that was genuinely have a need at this time? Yeah, we've been chasing them, and just some of them are still chasing for the invoice or the PO, so to speak, and or the order, whatever it might be. And some of those will, I'm sure, close. So it's all very vague. I was saying, so you've got prospects that that are kind of interested but not ready to buy. You've got buyers that are kind of at the point of maybe just sending you an order, and then you've got these suspects that I haven't really an identified need now, but you're not going to follow up potentially for 6 months. I said, they'll be stone cold, every one of these, and chasing. Again, the words were, yeah, I'll go give them a chase in the next sort of few days. You shouldn't be chasing. You're not begging for people's sale. You should be delivering value to the point where that prospect or a potential buyer is chasing you, saying, I can't afford not to be doing this now. So one, I've got to question your kind of value proposition, but won't have time for that today. But secondly, your follow-up. Follow-up isn't just give them a ring in 6 months, see if they've got anything that they might want to buy off you today. Or it's not about chasing them and begging for the order. Are you prepared to place the order today? No? Oh, okay, well, I'll give you a ring in a couple of days. Hey, how about today? Are you prepared to place the order today? No, not yet. We're still sorting out. So, okay. Well, let me give you a ring in a week's time. So ring up in a week's time. Can you stop ringing? We'll call you when, because you're just chasing. You should have a follow-up program. You see, it takes 8 to 12 engagements to create familiarity. That's kind of in marketing. And that's why companies will spend millions, billions in branding and marketing to make people familiar with who they are, because familiarity, people buy from brands that they are more familiar with. Same with you. You should be branding yourself. We talked a bit about that last week when we talked about personal branding. But follow-up is part of that process. So you should have an 8 to 12 step follow-up process, whether that's 8 to 12 days, 8 to 12 weeks, 8 to 12 months, I don't mind, but as long as there is some consistent warming up of your clients, and it will just depend on the types of things that you sell and where they are perhaps in their buying cycle, which are those kind of 3 follow-up funnels that you might put them into. So it's not about begging for the sale. That's not follow-up, just saying, oh, can you place the order today? I'm talking about being of service, of providing value, of educating. See, buying is tough. We think sales is tough, but actually buying is harder in some respects, particularly if you're going to be investing tens or hundreds of thousands or even millions of your company's money in a particular product, service, whatever it is they're looking to buy. That's a big decision. So anything that can help them reinforce that they're making the right decision it would be of value. So what would that be? What would that look like? What kind of educational materials could you send out, or what case studies or references could you send to them on a follow-up basis that would reinforce that their decision is the right decision, and hopefully reinforce the fact that they can't afford not to be making a purchase now. That's what follow-up's all about. So have a systematic follow-up process for companies, prospects in those different stages, i.e. it was an inquiry, but the time's not right. The time's not right, but they're looking for a different suppliers that you've quoted, and maybe they're on the fence really to buy. Have a follow-up system. Know exactly what goes out on day 3 and day 12 or week 8 or whatever it might be. Plan it, map it, and honestly, you might think all this sounds like extra work. It's not, when it's systemized and when it's a process that you simply follow step by step. Because you don't even have to do it. You could give it to somebody else to just implement those steps. You can automate a lot of it. Talked about that before. So have a follow-up funnel. Make sure people are supported in their buying process. Be there with them and help them make the purchase. Not about closing, it's about helping your customers buy. It's a big but subtle difference, and will make a big difference to your success in sales. Right, 4 minutes is well over. I'm going to go now and say bye-bye. So thanks for your time. Please feel free to leave a comment and share these videos, and have a great weekend, great week selling next week, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm Brian Conway from achievesuccess.co.uk. See you again. Bye.